Hey everyone, today we're going to be performing a LECA water change on this neon pothos. It's gotten some algae around the backside of the vase, so we're going to clean out this water, freshen up with the new nutrient solution, and also clean the LECA pebbles so we can use them again. So we're going to hold the top of our vase and just simply pour out our water. The roots are actually holding a good amount of the rocks in, which is a good sign. So I'm going to show you two versions of the LECA rinse. The first one is the more simple version, the one you'll typically use between water changes. So I use a basic 3% hydrogen peroxide from something like CVS. I pour it directly into the vase. I want to kind of sterilize the root system again. Swish it around for maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds max, and pour it out. This hydrogen peroxide at this rate and for that duration isn't going to hurt your plant. It's just going to get in there and clean up the roots and the rocks a little bit. So I'm going to pour out all of that hydrogen peroxide. The thing with LECA versus soil is we're remaining sterile within this root zone. So whereas soil, you want to have a bunch of bacteria and fungi within here. With LECA, you really don't want to have that because it just causes a lot of root issues and other sort of diseases can spread that way. But now we're going to go into the more advanced LECA water change and pebble wash. If you have algae on your roots, it's probably a good idea to do this. And we do not have a straight lipped vase here, so this is going to be more challenging. First thing to do is just get the rocks out of the vase. So depending how established your plant is in this vase, this might be pretty challenging. This one's kind of giving me some trouble and it's only been in here about 2 months. So this is really the downside of the curved vase versus something straight without a lip. Just be patient and it'll eventually come out. And there we have our plant. We have kind of a dirty vase. That's exactly why we want to do this. And to be completely honest, we probably should have done a water change about 2 weeks ago. I think this one went as long as a month, and that is our fault. But you want to avoid that. Change your water as often as possible. Get that fresh oxygen back in the water and get your chloramine back in the water also, which will keep that water sterile, avoid algae and other sorts of pythium and root rot causing bacteria and fungi. I'm going to now dump my LECA into this strainer so that I can go to the sink and rinse it out. So now I have my rinsed off LECA. You can see a lot of those roots are gone from the top. And again, grab my hydrogen peroxide and just rinse over the LECA. Again, we're trying to sterilize things here. And as hydrogen peroxide does, it's bubbling. I can hear it hissing, and that's oxidizing all of the bacteria and things we don't really want in the root zone, honestly. Just give it another rinse. While this is draining, I'm gonna go simply wash this out with soap and water so that we have something sterile to plant back into. Now with our clean vase and our sterilized and clean LECA, we're going to transplant our neon pothos back into the vase. We're going to start gauging the depth of how deep we want our pothos to sit. Kind of want it to sit like that. So with one hand I'll hold the plant, and then with the other I'll shovel the LECA on top of it to secure it in that location. Okay, we have our plant back transplanted in a clean vase with clean LECA. So we're going to now mix up our gallon of water to feed this plant. Starting with a gallon of tap water, you can use purified water, that's fine, but I like to use tap water because it already has chloramine in it. And because we're fighting a little bit of root rot because of our overwatering and lack of water changes, I'm going to add 1 fluid ounce of hydrogen peroxide per gallon of water. Starting with my part A, I'm going to use 3 milliliters of this. Then we have this available on our website as part A and B or as an LECA kit altogether. It's a very simplified nutrient solution that doesn't require pHing. So I'm gonna do 3 milliliters of that first one, which was A. Give it a little shake. And now we're going to do 6 milliliters of part B. We typically start our plants at the 2 and 4 level of the part A and B, but we are now using a little bit more light. This plant is more established, so I'm going to slowly work it up to the 3 milliliters A and 6 milliliters part B so that this plant can grow a little bit faster under these bigger grow lights. And I'm going to shake that up all together. What's really crucial is to not overfill your container. I'm going to fill this a little less than 50%. So down here, because I know the roots are kind of beginning down here, but those roots are going to be forced to come down into the container more, and it's going to avoid that root rot by them not sitting in water. So as this root mass continues, I'm gonna put less and less water within this vase and make those roots go and chase that water down and look for it, which allows them to expand and makes me have a bigger and healthier plant. Water will last a couple years like this. You'll have to add back hydrogen peroxide to re-sterilize it because it will dissipate into the water. But I'll do these frequent water changes with this plant in particular because of that root rot, maybe every 5 days just to be safe. And again, try and put less water in the bottom of your container so that those roots aren't sitting within just water and they end up rotting. Thank you for watching this week's video. If you did enjoy the video or learn something new, please click the thumbs up down below. It does help us out. And if you want to come back for more LECA related content and or tropical houseplant related content, tune back in every Saturday for a new episode. And shout out to Jessica for winning the August plant giveaway. This is a reverted pink Congo. She entered a couple of videos back and we're gonna ship this to her door for free, just as a thank you for you guys tuning into the videos and giving it a thumbs up and sharing it with a friend. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next Saturday.